Hello again. This is the fourth part of recorded lectures and will be the last part for today. Um, our last topic start with assignment operators and type conversion. Um, you already know how you can assign, how you can use an assignment operator. Right side we have expression, left side we are assigning the value to the result of the expression. Um, of course, there are some nuances I want to tell you. We knew that the type of expression on the right-hand side of an assignment statement must be the same as the type of the variable on the left-hand side. Normally, we should use the same types. So right-hand side type will be same with the left-hand side type. However, in some cases, the computer will automatically convert in Java the value computed by the expression to match the type of the variable. So, by mistake or by purpose, we may do this kind of assignments, and computer will not give uh, an error to it. Let's see. Byte, short, integer, long, float, double, this kind of numeric types. The value of a type that occurs earlier in this list can be converted automatically to a value that occurs later. Okay, for example here we declare some variables integer, double and short. The value of a is integer, so there is no problem for that to assign that value to a. Um, the second one, we know that a value is integer, x variable type is double. So when I convert it to an integer value to a double, it will be converted to a double. So if a is 17, a value will be 17.0. But here a value is integer again because we declared in the beginning. B value is short. This is illegal. No automatic conversion from integer to short. Why? Because integer is 4 bytes of space in memory. Short has 2 bytes of space in memory. Look, uh, this seems possible to you. May seem possible to you if your value is not a big number. But what is the um, B is actually 2 bytes. 2 bytes means 16 bits. So its value is range is 2 to the power of 16. So this is about 65,000 something. About 65 something. So it is about 65,000 something. So That means if the value of a is bigger than that value, because a value is what? Let's say uh, this is b, this is b for a. Because of it is integer, it should be 2 to the power of 32, 4 bytes. Okay, you don't need to just memorize all these things. It is just calculations. So this value will be much more bigger than that. So value of a can be not 17. While value of a, for example, can be this value, 100, um, 170,000. So, but the biggest number of that B can hold is 65,000 something. So this will cause that the A will A value will be changed, because the right side can hold more value than left side. For small numbers, it is not a problem, but for large numbers, it is a problem. That's why this is not legal. Of course, you can do it not like that. I will show you. But this conversion like that is illegal. It is not allowed because of the right side size is bigger than left side. But if it is it opposite, it will be possible. If we have a value assigned to as b, um, something like that. Let's say let's do something like that. Integer x short y. Let's say it is this value, and you can make this you can assign y value to x value. This is valid. Okay, this is legal because x is holding 4 bits in memory, y is holding 2 bits. This can be happen, but for the other, for this one, it is not. Okay, so I okay, here I set 65,000 if it is something like all positive values. If the values are with sign, I mean, as you know, these are signed by default, integer, short. If it is unsigned, it will be like 65,000. So let me to correct this. it is this value, it is 65,000, but because of the leftmost bit is holding for sign, it will be 32,767. So that's why. Okay, so in some cases you might want to force a conversion that wouldn't be done automatically. So the previous one is done by automatically, but if you want to force it, you can make a typecast. And typecast is indicated by putting a type name in parentheses in front of the value you want to convert. So here integer a should be I declared. It is declared. Value of a is 17. Now, in the previous example, this was not valid, but because of I just made typecasting by making a short, I am saying that okay, my a value will be short integer and assigned to b. So this is valid. You can do it like that. Also, you can do typecast from any numeric type to any other numeric type. But you should note that the thing that I was talking about in previous example didn't change. If a value is if a value is something like that, not 17, but it is something like 17 170,000. If a value is something like that, the value of a will change while we are converting it to short. Okay, so because of this is 32 bit, this is 16 bit. For the small numbers, no change. For 17, it is not changing the value, but for this much of value, uh, it will be change. Okay, let me to continue. Same thing. I'm continuing. Also, you can make, for example, from a real number to an integer typecast, but you have to know that the fractional part will be discarded in this case. So if your number is 7.95, and if you just make a typecast from a real number to an integer, your value will be 7. Okay, so also in the example that I gave to you, I asked a question about random numbers last time. Uh, Most of you did it, but I already gave how we can do it. But no one asked me why we are adding one. Also, I forgot to ask you if you know or don't know. Maybe all of you knew it and you didn't ask me because of that reason, or no one knows it. Just say, okay, just use it, and you used it like that. I don't know. Okay, so we discussed that math.random gives a real number between 0.0 and 0.999. 999, it is goes to forever. Okay, so 6 multiplied by matrandom is giving numbers between 0.0 and to 5.9999. Okay, the typecast operator integer can be used to convert this to integer. So if I convert this one to integer, it will be give the numbers between 0 to 5. Yes, but in that example that gave to you, that dice example, dice uh, does not have 0 and have 6 additionally. So to get that number, we can modify it by adding 1. Okay, so you can modify matplotlib function to just use it like that. So from you can just say from 0 to 99 or 1 to 100. You can just use random for the other things. Okay. Also, character is almost an integer type. You can assign character values to integer variables, and you can assign integer constants in the range 0 to 65,000 something to character variables. So you can also use explicit typecast between character and numeric types. For example, character 97 is A from ASCII code. Um, integer plus is 42, 3. Character A plus 2 is C. So you can use it like that. Okay. Um, skipping this part. Okay. Also, Java and the other programming languages, C++ as well, has several variations on the assignment operator. Um, for example, this one means you can add A and B and assign the result to A again. So this one and this one is same. So it is same as the thing is you have to apply x minus y and put the results into x. Same for all of them. So also this combined assignment operator even works with strings. This one. Recall that when the plus operator is used with a string as one of the operands, it represents concatenation. So we were concatenating. So str plus equal x, this one, is equivalent to this one. So same. So in this example, if the str value is tire and the statement is like that, it changes the value of str to tire. Okay, just here it is very easy to concatenate strings. So this is a good property of Java. Okay, precedence rules is nothing different from previous learned programming languages. Just I want to repeat fastly. Um, Here is a listing of the operators discussed in this section, listed in order from highest precedence evaluated first to lowest precedence. So highest precedence means it is something like you are uh, you are in a bus, and when uh, an old lady or a pregnant lady or an old man comes to the bus, as a young man, you have to stand up and give your place to him or her. So it is a kind of precedence. So he needs more than you that space to sit. Um, so in computers, it is like that. Or uh, we in the wedding queue, we have a tradition in weddings. Um, for example, after um wedding is started, everyone is make a queue to just uh, hang some money or golden something like that to bride, and uh, sometimes it is a very long queue, and sometimes it needs 2 hours or 3 hours to finish, and in some cases it is not a good thing that to just change your place to go front. But sometimes some people says, okay, I have another wedding to catch. I have to go to another wedding, so I have to go front. So they can go front. No one says anything to them. They just give the money and go to the other wedding. So this is also a kind of precedence, higher precedence. You are just not following the order. So here, um, this is from higher precedence to lower precedence. It's going like that. The unary operators has highest precedence because if you don't apply it, uh, it will not change the value of the that um, operand variable. So this will be something wrong. And also typecast is a kind of uh, highest precedence. These things is something like you have to do it at that time. And if it has a negative sign, for positive sign, it will not change it, but or not, this kind of things are highest precedence in an expression. Then this is, if you understand, it is something like a simplified version because in some books, in some examples, they are using all of them, and sometimes it is confusing. You are not going to use it. You never go to use um, some operators, but it is just they are just putting them. They are. It will mix your mind. Okay. Then addition and subtraction. Then relational operators, equality, inequality, and or, then conditional operators, and at last the assignment operators. Assignment operators means that you finish the expression, I mean to calculate, and you are going to assign. So that's why we are doing at last. Okay, so I will give an example to do it, but I'm not going to explain with here. Just a short example to show you what we are doing. So unary operators and assignment operators are evaluated right to left, but the remaining operators are evaluated left to right. So while we are just while we are doing the operation, we have to do right. I am sorry. For unary operators and assignment operators, it is right to left, but the remaining of them are evaluated left to right. So um, something like that. 3 multiplied by 5 plus 5 multiplied by 3. So while we are doing this, actually order does not change. The if you know that the multiplication has precedence than addition, so the result will not change if you do it from right to left or left to right. But the thing is, you have to just think like a compiler. So you have to do this one, then this one, and then this one. So it will be like that. 15 plus 5 multiplied by 3, 15 plus 15, it will be 30. This will be the order. So for generic things, it will not change anything, but in some points, you will feel the difference. So here, it means that we have to do A multiplied by B first and then division. Also here, we are not going to divide B with C and multiply with A. Of course, value will not change, but the order is important. And if it is assignment, it should be right to left. So this one will do first and then the A. Okay. So this was my last topic for today. There is one another topic, programming environments. It is explaining generally what are the programming environments, what is compiler, what is IDE, like that, and also it is explaining Eclipse, NetBeans, IntelliJ, IDEA, like that. So I want you to just read this. I will put to your assignment paper this one, but let me to tell you here again till the end of the chapter 2. Okay, um, just read it. I'm not going to ask something so much specific. Also, there are some commands related with to run a Java program in command line. I'm not going to ask it. You can try it, but just generic things I will ask from here. Okay, so see you.